Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 2. Well, we had what I believe was probably the best draft deck that I've had in Edge of Eternities in terms of just power, plus also fun, plus doing everything that I wanted to do. So if you haven't seen that video, check out yesterday's video, but I want to continue moving forward. We have back-to-back trophies. Let's try to make it 3 in a row in today's draft. Now, before we hop into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities or pre-order some booster boxes of a Spider-Man, or you wanted to check out and pick up some singles for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need for your next tabletop gaming experience, heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so swing by their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right. What do we have? All right, well, we had a really sweet blue-white rare. Now should we take the Vocalist? This one I'm not as high on. It requires some build around, and it's just like a 4-mana 3/4 is obviously kind of weak, but if you can build around it, it can be pretty strong. There's also Caveron Memorial World, which can be quite strong, giving everything haste. It's just a land that gives you a lot of value. Mechan Navigator, Invasive Maneuvers, and Pinnacle Killship here as well. I'm going to take this land. I want to see if I can do something cool with Caveron Memorial World. I mean, look, I think the Vocalist could also be something to consider, but I don't know. I feel like having this as a resource in a late game grind situation can be very, very nice. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 2, we have Uthro Psionicist, Sisurian Voidborn, Vote Out, Halia. Now, I'm less inclined to take the Halia just because we first picked a Caveron, so kind of looking at all these cards here, Gravkill as well. I think Gravkill is better than Vote Out, but the question is whether or not I want, and I don't think I want to take the Landseeker right now. The question is, do I want Uthro Psionicist or Gravkill? Let's take the Psionicist. I think this just has more upside. Like, Gravkill is a really good removal spell, but I'm also a pretty big fan of the Psionicist. And so I think there's just like, it's a good blocker, and like if you end up, it's just not hard to get value out of this card. So I'm going to take this here. Here, I mean, I got to take the Glacier Godmaw. Just the best card in this pack by a pretty wide margin. Hissing Quagmire can be good if you're black-green, but I started with a blue and a red card. I think I'd much rather take the Godmaw here. Diplomatic Relations and Depressurize are also fine considerations, but when you get a third pick Glacier Godmaw, you take it and see if green is open. All right, pack 1, pick 4. Fairly weak pack here. There's a Dual Sun Adepts and a bunch of middling commons here. Not seeing a ton of red here either. I mean, I don't really love the Wefstalker Ardent. So for me, it's like, I could have taken Halia too, by the way. It's Dual Sun Adepts or Sammy's Curiosity, I think, as the highest upside card. And I'm going to take the Dual Sun Adepts here just because I think the Curiosity is highly replaceable. Like, we're still just trying to find our lane. And I'm just going to take the uncommon and see if that's like a direction that we're interested in going and kind of, take it on a pack-by-pack basis. Pack 1, pick 5, there's a Lumbering Falls. Although noting that I'm not seeing a ton of blue, like I haven't seen a single decent blue common, so not sure that's the direction I want to go. No white cards either. There's some okay black cards. The best card here is Orbital Plunge and Pinnacle Killship, but the thing is, this is like the first red card that I've seen, and if I'm interested in playing a deck with Glacier Godmaw, I think I'm just going to take the Pinnacle Killship here just because this is a card that would go in any deck that I draft. But noting that if I do end up in red, obviously the Orbital Plunge is better. But let's go ahead and take the Pinnacle Killship and kind of figure out where we need to go. This is, I've had some drafts recently where the power level of the cards was extremely high. That does not seem to be the case here. Everything just seems kind of crappy. Yeah, I said it. I said crappy. All right, Melded Moxite and Germinating Worm, I suppose, are the options here. Gosh, I hate this. I'll I'll take the Germinating Worm, I guess, over the Moxite, just to make sure that I have... Like, I feel like green is maybe where we want to be, and now there's a Tannock, so maybe red-green is where we want to go. There's also a Survey Mechan. Maybe the Survey Mechan is better, because I don't know what my color combination is going to be here. So if I do end up in a multicolor deck, like... But this is also an indication that red-green is open, right? And I feel like in red-green, Tannock is probably better. And I have seen some red cards. All right, we're doing it. I'm taking the Tannock, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Here, there is a Dockworker Drone. I don't really like Memorial Team Leader. Scour for Scrap doesn't look great. I'm going to take this in case somehow white ends up being still like a direction that we could end up being in. A little bit surprising that Mechan Navigator tabled here, because that can be pretty good with the Uthro Psionicist. Or I can just take a Fungal Colossus. I'm going to just take Fungal Colossus. Just more likely that it can probably make our deck. But yeah, this is a rough draft. Sometimes you have really nice drafts. This is a rough draft. Take a Nutrient Block here. Divert Disaster. I do like that one. There's a Wormwall Sweeper. I mean, I'll just take the Sweeper, I guess. Man, this is just not a good situation to be in here. Full stop. Like, even my green isn't particularly strong. Like, I am really struggling with where I need to be here. There was just not a clear indication, no matter how you slice it. One thing is for sure, not black. Not black. But everything else, everybody is all over the place. Here we have Edge Rover. I'm just going to take that. Mono Circuit Feeder is the best card, but I don't want to be black. Servandum's extremely strong, but again, white-black. So, Edge Rover, solid 1-mana play with Reach. Get you a lander when you trade. I think this is totally fine card here for our deck. Now we have a Secluded Starforge. There's a Codecracker Hound, and we did see a little bit of blue. Don't think I need Nebula Dragon because I have 2 7-drops already. So do I take Secluded Starforge or like a Harmonious Grove Strider? I mean, Codecracker Hound can also be a consideration. I'm just going to take the Starforge here. I mean, this is probably like my pet card in the format. It's probably a card that I like more than the average player. And so I'm just taking it here and we'll see what happens. I mean, could certainly have taken the Grove Strider. Here, I mean, a very, very weak pack. There is an Uthro Psionicist, which I can take. There's a Germinating Worm. There's a Focus Fire if I wanted to go white-green, but I only have 2 white cards. God, this is brutal. There's an Icetail Explorer. Can that be good? All right, you know what? Let's give the Icetail Explorer a chance. I mean, I'm a deck that's looking to put a bunch of lands into play. So why don't we give that a whirl? Contested Warzone is horrible, but Diplomatic Relations is playable, so I'll take it. All right, here we have Melded Moxite, All Fate Scroll, Sammy's Curiosity. I feel like this is going to be a good All Fate Scroll deck. I think I'm going to be looking to kind of just be all the colors here if possible. We'll see. And red obviously just completely dying. So that's obviously not good as well. Here I'm going to just take Intrepid Tenderfoot just to have a 2-drop to play. It's my first 2-drop. Another Diplomatic Relations is good. All right, we're getting some green here. I do like that. Getting some interaction. Sammy's Curiosity for mana fixing. Okay. So we're trying to put something together here. Doesn't feel like a great nutrient block deck. Biosynthetic Burst or a second Sammy's Curiosity. This feels like a Sammy's Curiosity deck. I'll take Ice Cave Crasher, sure. I like how Tannock is my only red card. We got a hard cut. I mean, I saw some Nebula Dragons, but no like Orbital Plunge or anything. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even have words. I feel like red will be somewhat open here, but I am totally open to considering a different color, if that's what it comes down to. Like, if I see like a really powerful card in a different color, I'll absolutely take it. Like, if I open, you know, a Quantum Riddler or something, I'm just going to take it. Yeah. Red really dried up. Which is interesting, because like I don't even consider red... I say that and then I get a last pick Melded Moxite, so I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. And then I open a Terror Pact Intimidator, which I'm going to take, obviously. Like, I need 2 drops. It's amazing in red-green. All right, let's just go for it. And by the way, I am not on Team Terra Symbiosis. I think the card is quite bad, so... Oh, no. I thought this was the other one. There's another 1 green card. I mean, I think this card's also bad, but yeah, I'm going to take a Harmonious Grove Strider here. And settle into some kind of a red-green deck. Gene Pollinator looks like a nice addition here. Banishing Light on the splash would be pretty nice, but still just interested in being able to pick up some more cheap things here if possible. At least we have a couple of good top-end cards here. And we have 2 different land types, which makes cards like the Fungal Colossus and the Alphate Scroll better. Here, there's another Gene Pollinator. I think I'm going to take that over Thawbringer here. And nothing really worthy of a splash. That is a late night Luminary, but I think it's just far too late to go in really any other direction other than what we have here. Like, being able to play an extra land obviously works super well with, like, Tanic and Ice Cave Crasher. Also Glacier Godmaw, so I'm hoping this ends up playing out reasonably well. All right, Pack 3, Pick 5. There's a Cerebral Download that I could, like, potentially splash. All right, triple Gene Pollinator. Let's go for that. And now, like, I can basically probably cut a land and then look to, you know, if I see another, like, random expensive card, I can certainly take it, right? With all the ramp that I have here. We're just, like, mono green. Okay. We have 2 Diplomatic Relations as removal. Oof. You know, as amazing as the last draft went, this one... Oof. Okay. Well, remember, we got that Tanic super late. This is a gift. Biotech Specialist, Pack 3, Pick 6 is obscene. Specimen Freighter would have also been really good, but I'm simply not passing a Biotech Specialist here. Here we have Remnant Elemental versus Germinating Worm. I'm just going to take the big creature here in the Germinating Worm. Oh, Mouth of the Storm. There we go. That's another big card. And honestly, oh, Bombard. Okay. We need some interaction. All right. I'll take those. I think this is basically our deck here. That's a late Mechanozoa. I mean, there's no way I'm, like, splashing it, so I guess I'll just take Rig for War. But Lost in Space, honestly, because I'm lacking interaction, it's not crazy to consider Lost in Space here. Oh, Cerebral Download as well. If I feel like I need card draw, I can also consider that too. So wow, we actually got a lot of cards late that are really, really interesting adds to our deck. Definitely just... This is 9 forests minimum. Yeah, 9 forests. Yeah, this is correct. 9 forests, 5 red sources, 1 island, and a secluded Starforge. With 3 Gene Pollinators and like 2 Sammy's Curiosities and Alphate Scroll, like this absolutely wants to play 16 lands, I'm pretty sure. I'm probably not playing these blue cards. My artifact count is pretty high. Like, Cerebral Download might not be crazy, honestly, but I don't think I want a Lost in Space. But I do have, like, I have to be mindful of my interaction, though, because I basically have 2 Diplomatic Relations, a Bombard, and a Pinnacle Kill Ship, and that's basically it, right? So I have 4 ways to kill things. Our creature count's good, 16. I like the Sammy's Curiosity. It works really well with the Gene Pollinators, and works well with the Tanic and the Biotech Specialist. Yeah, I mean, I have infinite blue sources, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hold on. Let's get those back in there and reconsider things here. I think Melded Moxite can probably go. I feel like with this type of deck, every card is kind of important. So like Rummaging is not as valuable. I don't really care about the 2/2 that I make off of this. I feel like with the various ramp effects that I have, I'd rather just cast Cerebral Download for pure card advantage. So this then gives me Cerebral Download and Alphate Scroll as ways to get ahead on cards. And I like the Worm just as a way to give myself a little bit of a buffer. You know, actually, I think the Ice-Tail Explorer can probably go. I actually think these 4-drops are more consistently better. They're just bigger, right? So, and if I'm playing 16 lands, like, I'm going to be milling. And also, I don't want to just, like, randomly milling cards without any recursion isn't particularly... I mean, obviously, it's totally random, so it doesn't matter, but still. And I think I want the interaction here from the Lost in Space. So I think I will cut the Melded Moxite here just to give my... Like, I just feel like I have such good fixing. I want to just make sure I have maximum interaction and some good card draw. And hopefully we just draw one of our forests. If we draw one of our forests, we'll basically be able to cast everything. Let's see how this plays out. It's a very, very interesting deck, though. All right, now before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to my Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks also looking to up their limited game. I post monthly Patreon-only videos, along with monthly Patreon-only streams. So lots of extra content there. Depending on the tier, check it out. All right. I feel like we at least made something functional here. Curious to see how it plays out, though. Right? Curious to see how it plays out. This is a good hand. 3 lands, a bunch of... Okay. I don't know if 3 Gene Pollinators is what I needed here, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, we have a Pinnacle Killship at least. Well, I definitely want to play an Edge Rover. Why not? Why not? We have so much mana next turn. We have 5 mana next turn, potentially? Okay. That is a Grav Pack Monoist. So, no real good attacks here, but... I mean, since we have all this mana, I mean, there's... Okay. Sure. Alright. Well, we made a 3/3 Tenderfoot on turn 3. If you think about it, that's not bad. And it just continues to get bigger. So... Kov Landseeker. Ooh, they are many colors as well. And that is a Harmonious Grove Strider, which currently is only a 4/4, but still probably worth playing. 4, 5, 6 mana? Okay. So I kind of, if I play this, I'll have access to 7 mana next turn, so I'll just play this. Yeah, 4/4 Harmonious Grove Strider is not the most exciting thing, but I think it's still okay. I mean, this is a really good start for us. It's just we don't have great attacks. That's the problem. I could have attacked with the Tenderfoot and traded with the Kov Landseeker, but... Okay, okay. So, this is a problem. Like, what are you splashing? Right? Like, when you splash, it has to be worthwhile, and there's nothing here, to me, that's indicative of something that you would be wanting to splash. I suppose the Landseeker is on the splash? I don't know. Alright. I mean, what is this, turn 5, and I played a Pinnacle Killship, and I turned it into a creature. And if they kill my Killship, they've spent their entire turn, and next turn I can still dump a ton of mana into my Intrepid Tenderfoot. So, hey, I mean, this was a very solid draw, and like I said, this is why I play cards like the Cerebral Download. Because at this point, the download is going to be absurd. Also, my artifact count's pretty high with triple Gene Pollinator and Edge Rover. So oftentimes I'm going to be able to basically make sure that I don't draw any more lands. What the hell? What are they doing here? Okay. I will take 4. Maybe they just have a tragic trajectory. But I don't want to get bombarded or something, so... Wait, they played a land and then Tannock? Okay. I mean, look, they're you know... They're making moves. That's all I'm gonna say. They are making moves. Okay, so we play the land, certainly. Pump this I need to pump this twice, right? Yeah. Yep. All right. Once again, I hope my opponent doesn't play Mutinous Massacre. And, because if they do, I probably lose. I'm assuming. Like, Mutinous Massacre should have cost, like, at least 8 mana. It's like the type of effect that, on 7, it just happens too often. And it just feels so bad. What the... They dealt 6 damage to my Grove Strider, but I can just sack a lander and make it a 7/7. Alright, well, we'll take it, obviously, and we are now Platinum 1. Man, if that... I mean, that hand did such a great job of showcasing the power of Gene Pollinator. It seems so innocent, innocuous, but very powerful. Alright, opponent on the play here. For a second, I thought I only had a forest and a colorless land, but this is a red land, so that's good. Let's lead with Caveron. Hey, turn 2 Terror Pact Intimidator. Now, it's on the draw, so it's like not as good, but obviously I'm still happy enough playing it here. It's the best time to play it, turn 2, right? Graph Pack Monoists. They attacked me? How dare you? Alright. I am not gonna station here. When they attack you, it's like... It's, you know, alarm bells, right? Alarm bells. The hell is this? Okay, sure. Okay. Don't really care about bombarding anything. Let's play this, hit them for 1. Attack, hit them for 2. Play the Pollinator. Warp this in. Station. Station. Alright. I mean, the thing is, this becomes terrifying at some point. Not right now, but at some point. And getting it there doesn't seem bad. Perigi Beckoner, sure. Okay, take 6. Fungal Colossus. Alright. So that's a land. We smack them for 1. I can't give anything haste. I'm 1 mana short from casting Mouth of the Storm. I mean, I just feel like we just played Germinating Worm here. And this is... The question is whether or not we station this right now, and I think the answer is no. I can station it later. Oh, I should have stationed with Gene Pollinator. My bad, my bad, my bad. It's a Lux Knight Breacher, okay. Alright. I'm trying to get to Mouth of the Storm mana here, but... 1 card in hand. What? Why did they concede? I mean, my board was good and my lands were going to take over. It felt like a little bit early to concede, though. Like, if they like, draw a flyer, like, there's still a world. But, I mean, I had Mouth of the Storm. So if they don't have a way to kill that either, they're in trouble. But, all right, 2-0. 2-0. Let's go. All right, on the play here, we have a Forest, a Secluded Starforge. It's a very expensive hand that doesn't do anything. I got a mulligan this hand. Like, even if I... Like, if Germinating Worm was a mountain, I guess I would keep this. But, yeah. That is simply not a keepable hand. Gonna keep this. And... think I'm... Yeah, I think I can let go of the Germinating Worm. I think the Cerebro download is going to be better for the most part. Next turn, we can still play Tanic. That's why Gene Pollinator is so excellent. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm still discarding the land, I guess. Virus Beetle turn 2 after your opponent mulligans is so gross. All right. See what happens here. I think Dimir decks generally match up very well against these like Gruul-ish decks, but Dauntless Scrap-Out, okay. Okay. Land is a good draw. What do you do? Alright, so that is a land. So I can either play Download or crack the Lander, and I think cracking the Lander is generally just better here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then hopefully we can draw like a 2 or 3 drop off the Tanic. No, we drew a 4 drop. It's not great. 17 to 22. I mean, given the life total discrepancy, I just want to get their life total low. Also, it makes their Susur Secundi a lot worse if I can just try to, like I said, once again, get their life total low. They can tap the Swarm Color to draw a card, but they probably want to keep it back on defense. I don't even know like why it's so important to maximize on this. Okay, good for you. Okay. They are a value-based gamer. That's all I'm going to say. They are a value-based gamer. So let's just add a bunch to the board. I hope they just keep drawing cards. Like, I hope they play Cerebral Download this turn. Or, like, Station and then sack a Virus Beetle. I don't know. But I just want to put a lot of pressure on them. Because if they are able to stabilize with some well-timed removal spells here, yeah, I'm going to be in some trouble. I absolutely will be. Oh my gosh, I hate you. Are you kidding me? Virus Beetle? Oh, that's gross. That is so gross. Cerebro Download was my last card. They have 3 mana up. Okay. De-sculpting Blast. Okay. 4 cards in hand. I could just kill the Swarm Color? Or do I want Tanic in play? I mean, there's just like a lot I can do here. I can let the trade happen and just play Ice Cave Crasher. Sure. Okay. I think that's my preference, honestly. Because Relations tramples too. So depending on what they do, I can get them. They're probably going to just play their third Virus Beetle here, but... Good deck, though. Look at this. Double Virus... Like, everything comes into play, gets you value. They have yet to play, like, a good removal spell. And if they do, then, I mean, this all kind of blows up. But I feel like my only path to victory here is through the Ice Cave Crasher. Holy cow, that was a good draw. Let's play Biotech Specialist. Lost in Space. I gotta think now. I mean, I certainly want it on top. Okay. They're at 8 life. They really want to crack their 1/1 to draw a card to go to 6. That's so risky. Okay. Alright. Unravel. Fair enough. Alright, so here's my question. Like, is it worth it to attack with the Edge Rover here? If they eat this, I can sack this. They have 3 cards. I think the answer is no. Alright, 3 cards in hand for the opponent. What do you possess? End of turn, we're going to sacrifice this lander. Put our opponent down to 4. That's a graph kill, okay. I'm glad I didn't chump attack with the Edge Rover. Get a mountain. Oh, that Virus Beetle is still... I'm still sad about that one. 2 cards in hand. They can't attack. Lost in Space. Alright. I mean, they can't have a second Unravel, right? Obviously they could, but... Okay. They're at 1 life. I don't know how we're not dead. They have 2 cards in hand. That's an Emissary Escort. And a Caesarean Dirgecraft. That's a 5/4? Jeez. Okay. Alright. Big creature. No! Oh, man! Oh, what a tilter. What a tilter. I do not have enough right now. They're at 1 life, and they top decked either the Escort or the Dirgecraft. Into the Psionicist. This is not good. Not good at all. I mean, they can make a 4/3 here. Because they're not going to find a really great opportunity to do it otherwise. But if they do, then Diplomatic Relations wins me the game. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna win this game. Oh my gosh. That as well. Okay. Whew. Man, with all the value that my opponent got this game, I did not think we were gonna win this one, but I think they got extremely flooded, and we got pretty fortunate to win that one. Like, we had some really, Really timely draws. All right, 3-0. I'd like another one of those like amazing Gene Pollinator starts deck arena. I would appreciate it. All right, I have a turn 2 Terror Pact Intimidator on the play. I'm going to keep this. I have 9 green sources in my deck, so for that reason, I'm going to keep this. But I'm hoping to give me landers. Like, if they make this a 4-3, I am in trouble. Unless I draw a forest. They gave me landers. Yes. Okay. They gave me landers. Okay, there's hope. Oh, and we drew a forest. Oh, everything's coming up, Paul. Everything's coming up. All right, I'm gonna play Gene Pollinator here. Oh my gosh. They are gonna lose so hard because they gave me 2 landers. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that was so big. I mean, drawing the forest was bigger. Like, that was super clutch. I don't think they're gonna attack me. All right. Let's get the 1 island just in case they kill my Pollinator. All right. Lots of incredible options. We have access to 5 mana. Oh, actually, I could have tapped down the Biotech Specialist. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna get a forest with this. The thing is, it's just once I get all my mana set up, like they're gonna be so far behind because like if I just slam Glacier Godma with a land, that's gonna be tough for them to handle. You know, my first opponent did this. Like literally the exact same lands, 4 different land types. All right, Melded Moxide is the play from the opponent. Discarding Glacier Godma. My guess is they probably have some way to reanimate it. All right, let's crack the lander. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have access to 8 mana. So I can play a Glacier Godma and like tap these 3 down. I mean, I should just play the Glacier Godma. All right, they take 7. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, they have to have a way to kill the Godma. Given that they're Jund, they probably do. What is this? They warped this in. Oh, they are so dead. I guess this gets 2 counters. Oh, and they're not conceding. Okay, well, I'm just like, they should, right? I have 2 landers here. They go to 7. Everything gets +2/+2. All right, well, that was a crazy Gene Pollinator draw, but also, it's the Terror Pact Intimidator and getting landers off of that thing. Holy smokes. All right, 4-0, some quick victories. I wonder if I should play 10 forests. Like, a hand without forest is basically unkeepable, or very hard to keep, so I don't know. Maybe 10 forest is correct and I cut a mountain. Let's go. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to do that, actually. I have 5 green 1-drops. Alright, blue-white, Wormwall, Sweeper. Okay. Holy smokes. Once again, just a hand that has a million things to cast. That's my turn 2, by the way. So I was on the draw, but I mean, obviously this is gonna go a long way here. Okay. So what do I want to do? Certainly crack this lander. But I need all of this untapped then, so I can't attack really. Okay. Like, it's just about developing my mana. Like, I missed the land drop, but I can crack the lander, right? Do I block there? No, I think I want the Edge Rover in play as another mana source. Survey Mechan, okay. So the question now is, do I get mountain or island? I think it's island because I have more mountains to naturally draw. But I don't think it matters too much. Oh, there's our mountain. So I have access to 6 mana total. Alright, I mean, we have a large board. The Survey Mechan looks really bad in their deck. But we'll see. Alright, Banishing Light's obviously good. I mean, we're kind of out of action here, so... Really? Okay. Glacier Godmaw, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I really want to sack this lander if possible, so that I could run this out. So I think the play here is to activate here. Attack for 3. Alright, they get to sack their nutrient block. Why are they like so aggressive? Okay. Let's get a mountain. Biotech Specialist. Okay. 16. I don't want to play the Godmaw into all of this open mana, so I think the Specialist is the play. Okay, Focus Fire, sure. I don't understand this. Okay. Why wouldn't you do it after... Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Hold on. Let's tap this for blue. Let's go green. Okay. Make red. Oh well. It's not quite what I had in mind here. Because I can play the Godmaw, but I can't actually crack the lander. Right? So that's not great. They have 3 cards in hand. I'm just going to play Germinating Worm. And just pass. They can crack this lander, and I do have the option for Diplomatic Relations. So next turn, I have enough permanents where I can at least attack with the god. Like, ideally, I just naturally draw land here. That's a Sunstar Lightsmith, okay. Into a Wedge Light Rammer. Huh. Well, let's kill the Lightsmith. I just didn't want them to get 4 station on there, if possible. Okay, give me a land. Give me a land to seal the deal. Land! Damn it! Come on, deck! I'm at 16? If I play the Godmaw, I get a lander. I can't tap the lander for mana. Alright. I mean, to be fair, I think that was a highly irresponsible station of the Wedge Light Rammer. Like, they took so much damage. Oh, okay, well, they had a Radiant Strike, I guess. Fair enough. Come on. I can play against Divert Disaster. Okay. Consult the star charts, okay. Focus Fire doesn't kill it, by the way. It helps kill it. The heck? Okay. Did they find a Wrath? Yep, they sure did. How sick is that? Alright. And they have a Secluded Starforge here. I think they're gonna give me landers. Oh man, this is so close. So close. What a good find with the Wrath. I was looking really good too. That was like literally the only card, I think. Oh man. Secluded Starforge is going to be tough to beat. Alright, let me see if I care about having landers in play. I think most likely, though, I just want to thin out my deck. Yeah, I'm just going to sack everything. Like, I know I have Tannock, but I'd rather just not draw lands. And this way, by the way, I have more complaint equity. I have way more complaint equity. That was a good draw. That was a really good draw. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't, okay, never mind. I thought I had lethal here. I have to station with this. But anyways, we will be sacking a forest here. All right. They're at 4. I have a lethal flyer here that they need an answer to. Okay, Selfcraft Mechan. Sack the Nanoform Sentinel. Draw. Okay. Cryogen Relic? If they lock down my Mouth of the Storm, they still die. Unless they can find another thing to play. Also, if I draw any creature here, then that also gets haste. Okay, so we can just go... Whew, what a game! We are playing against some really rock-solid decks, too. What a game. Yeah. I mean, these are way more exciting, right? Games going back and forth, coming down to, like, some key pivotal top decks, or tricks, or removal. And so far, we have been on the fortunate side of things, and we are now 5-0. All right, on the play here. Ooh, gonna keep this hand. The rare turn 1 Sammy's Curiosity on the play. It's the best time to have it. The question is, with Tanic, do I sacrifice this on turn 2? Turn 1 Gene Pollinator. Okay. It's a legitimate question. Because if I naturally draw a land, then I can go... Yeah, I don't know. Like, do I want to try to go for value here? Or is the value of just ramping a lot stronger? I think this early, the value of ramping is stronger. So, as much as I have the Tanic, this is just an excellent opportunity to ramp. But at least you ask yourself the question, and then you come up with a conclusion. Like, the greedy player in me wants me to maximize on Tanic. But the thing is, what if they kill Tanic? If they kill Tanic, all of a sudden, I just like feel really dumb for not ramping growthing when I could have, right? Ramping growth, good magic card. Turn 1 Pollinator. Always scary. Yep. All right, so let's just go ahead and get an island here. I have 4 different land types in play on turn 4. Yeah, no, this is good. Just because, like, obviously I didn't get to draw a card. Definitely pressure on my opponent to kill the Tanic. And then for us, it's just... There's no big brain play here for us. We are playing Germinating Worms, and then we're going to turn them sideways. And you know what matchup Germinating Worm is at its best? Against a red-green deck. It's just stats. 5-5 is a good place to be. I'll play this next turn. Anyways, I'm going to attack with Tanic. And then we will play a 5-mana 5-5. I mean, they can do it next turn as well, but I do have Diplomatic Relations, so... Might be interested in doing that and just hitting my opponent for lots of damage. Like, if they go land, tap everything down, play a 5-5, it seems like a good step, at least for them, to try and stabilize this board. Although, alternatively, for me, they have 4 cards in hand. Alternatively, well... Because I can always use Diplomatic Relations for something else, right? So maybe I'm just okay with this trade. Or maybe I just station this right away. No, because I'm not going to use it anytime soon either, right? Okay, they took the 5. I mean, doing a little bit of hedging here. And if they want to attack with the worm, they can. Also, they could have diplomatic relations, so no point keeping things back. I'd rather just have this be like a scary thing in play, and now even if they kill one of my worms, I can still turn it on with the other one. Oh, should I have added a... I forgot. I was like, maybe I should have added a forest. I forgot about that as a possibility. Okay, I'm not going to use diplomatic relations. They are representing biosynthetic burst. And they're going to attack me and then use it, I think. Which is fine. Forest would be a really good draw. I think I would... Well, I mean, actually, it wouldn't be a really good draw, but just like I would be comfortable drawing a forest. Of all the lands to play, of course. They might just make it a 4-3. Okay. That's to be expected. So I really want to keep up diplomatic relations here, so I don't think I am in position here to do anything but attack with the 2 germinating worms. Yeah. I mean, it's 100% biosynthetic burst, right? Oh, you got me! Yeah, I mean, that is very brutal. I'm at 21, so... Opponent's at 2 life. I have 2 5/5s and a 4/3 in play with a Tanic. They can't sacrifice the Survey Mechan. Oh, they can. They can, actually. They have the Gene Pollinator. So they can, like, block Germinating Worm. I mean, they can block everything. And then kill the Terrapact Intimidator with the Survey Mechan. Go to 5. But they would lose both of their other small creatures. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I also have access to Caveron, right? So... This does see... Oh, and it pumps everything too? Yeah, absolutely, we're doing that. This land has been very solid. Oh, opponent hit me with a good game. Had a Nebula Dragon, which would have been fine, but... Big green monsters for the win, and you know what? Good run! We are in Diamond now. It's only taken a few days. You know, I don't go too crazy with these videos, by the way. It's like, you know, I do maybe like 2 drafts a day. Slow and steady. One important thing when you do this kind of stuff is to avoid burnout. And if I were to jam 5 or 6 drafts a day every single day, you can imagine how Magic might get a little bit less fun. So I try to manage that to the best of my abilities. And so the climb is going to be steady here. And I share that journey with all of you. Now, if it massively affected my win rate and I was losing a lot, then I would play more just to get caught up. All right, we got a few chances at a trophy here, I believe. I think we're 6-0. Things going super well for us. All right, this is an okay hand. I'm going to keep this. It's a 4-lander with a Gene Pollinator and a Bombard and a Pinnacle Killship. Certainly need a little more help here. A land off the top is not ideal. But hey, we are pretty heavy on mana sources. So the important thing here is for me to just try to find a way to utilize the Gene Pollinator for mana. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. They gave me landers. Alright, I'm gonna turbo out a Pinnacle Killship here. That's a Uthros Psionicist. Maybe I wait. Let me think here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually just gonna... It's too clean to kill Psionicist this turn. And just attack. It's fine. Oh, wow. Another one? Oh, and no lands. Okay. You know, now we're a little bit flooded. Okay. We're a little bit flooded. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have 9 lands with the Gene Pollinator. But like I said, half of our deck is mana sources. But that's why I play cards like Cerebral Download, right? Okay, Milk Strider's Resolve. And then they're going to be able to play potentially a 4-drop here. Attack? You missed land drops. You must have another play. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what are you doing there? Let's get the island. Let's get a forest, I guess. Doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, forest is the only land we can get. All Fate Scroll, good draw. I'm more interested in building up this Pinnacle kill ship than getting in for 2 damage, I think. Alright, opponent found land number 4. We have 2 other land types in our deck. Okay, they're attacking us, so they're going to play another creature here. Oh, or not. Oh, wow! That's nuts. Okay. What a draw. And we get to play around Divert Disaster, too. So let's go Germinating Worm. Holy cow. I mean, they could easily have a Grav kill here, but that's fine. They could have also Grav killed the Worm, but probably just better to Grav kill the kill ship here. The hell is this? Oh gosh. That is not strong. Okay? They take 7, and I still get to play this and not worry about Counterspell, unless they main deck a null. Alright, so we got a 7/7 flyer and a 5/5 and an All Fate Scroll that can draw us a bunch of cards, and they're on Wormwall Sweeper here. Is it just me, though? It feels like people are putting this in too many of their decks. I think there are certain decks where this card's really good, namely white-based aggressive decks, but I don't necessarily love it in, like, value-based lander decks, you know what I mean? I mean, it's fine, but yeah. I just feel like I've been seeing this a lot in those types of decks, and I can't say that I'm the biggest fan. I guess we just attack with this. Oh, I guess I should have just cast this first, huh? Because I could have found her. Yeah, I'm so dumb. It doesn't really matter because I just play this and I win the game, but... Oh, unless they kill my Biotech Specialist? Yeah. Alright, let's crack this. Our opponent takes 2. And there you have it, folks. A clean 7-0. A clean 7-0 with a deck, you know, admittedly, during the draft, I was like, what the heck is this deck? I mean, after pack 1, this was a complete disaster. Like, I had no idea what I was supposed to do, other than I just kept taking green cards. And then we got a late Tanic. Red wasn't particular. I'm literally playing only 4 red cards and 3 blue cards. But green was wide open, relatively speaking. And we took a bunch of these powerful lands, and they took us to where we need to go. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, no matter how bad a draft looks, you can always salvage it some way, somehow. And we were able to do that in this draft with a nice 7-0, and that makes it 3. That's right, 3 trophies in a row for us. Things are going super well, and we've actually increased the win rate by 1%, at 65% now for the season, which is more or less in line with what I tend to do in these limited sets. So feeling pretty good, especially with our slow start. The triple Gene Pollinators were fantastic with the ramp. Biotech Specialist is obviously great. We had enough stuff to do in the late game. Our mana fixing was awesome. We had plenty of, the mana sinks. I mean, Caveron was incredible, especially with stuff like the Germinating Worm. It was easy to turn on and just like it was able to kill our opponents out of nowhere. Same thing with the Glacier Godmaw and then Mouth of the Storm. Like we had really good top end, ways to draw cards, and lots of ramp. So this is kind of like the right mix, I think, of what you want in terms of early, mid, late card draw interaction. And I felt like this just came together much better than during the draft. And you know what? I usually do this when I lose, but let's do a quick review of this draft and see if there's something we could have done differently. Alrighty. So pack 1, pick 1. I think, you can honestly make an argument for Caveron, maybe Mech and Navigator, and also Invasive Maneuvers, but I wanted to have fun with the Caveron, and guess what? I did. It was great. Pack 1, pick 2. This is also a really tricky pick. You could go any direction here. Halia might be potentially the strongest card in a vacuum, but I think if it's close and you first picked a red mythic card that can be really strong, I think it's probably better just to take one of these either removal spells. The removal spells are nice because they're highly splashable, but I've just been super impressed with the Psionicist, so I wanted to take it. It's a signpost uncommon and see where this goes. So I think this was a close pick, but I'm okay with the Psionicist pick. But this is less of a splash card, which is why maybe you can make the argument that the Gravkill is a good pick, just because you can always splash this. And there's a lot of splashing that happens in this format. All right, pack 1, pick 3, clear Glacier Godmaw, by far the best card. Pack 1, pick 4. Another like underwhelming pack. There is nothing in blue or red that really stands out. Like I don't really love Wefstarker Ardent. I guess if I'm like kind of aggressive, but I'm not the biggest fan of this card in general. And so, Sammy's Curiosity, I thought it was far too early to take. So I just took the card with the most upside, which was the Dual Sun Adepts. It's an uncommon. If you're going wide, it can be pretty nice. Pack 1, pick 5. Another interesting pack. Orbital Plunge and Pinnacle Killship are probably the two best cards in this pack. Some okay black commons. Lumbering Falls can be interesting too. But I think I just took the card that was more likely to make it into my deck in the Pinnacle Killship over the Orbital Plunge. If I was specifically in red-green, I would have much rather, given that I already have a Glacier Godmaw at 7, I would have definitely preferred to take the Orbital Plunge here. But I took the Killship as a hedge because generally I like playing the first Killship in most of my decks anyways. So that's why I took it. All right, next pack, Germinating Worm out of a fairly weak pack. Melded Moxite being the only other option. Next pack, Tannock. Alternatively, and you know what? Honestly, it could have even been better in my deck. But the other option was the Survey Mechan. And honestly, given that I was already looking to possibly hedge, I can see the case being made to taking Survey Mechan over the Tannock. I just like this because it was a decent blocker too. But yes, I can see the case being made to take a Survey Mechan out of this pack. That one definitely could have been wrong. Moving on here, weak pack, Dockworker Drone if I end up in green-white aggro. Memorial Team Leader is not really a card I love. Next pack, Mech and Navigator, pretty surprising to see this. Now, this could be an indication that blue is open, but I felt like the only thing I wanted to be was green at the time, so I took the Colossus. But if I took the Mech and Navigator, just keep that in mind, right? That could have been an extra blue card. Weak pack, weak pack, weak pack. Divert Disaster is also a card I could have taken. Had I taken the Mech and Navigator, I'd probably just take the Divert Disaster there. So I think blue-green is also, and the last pick, Unravel, which isn't great, but it's fine. Here, happy with the Edge Rover. I know I'm green. Definitely not black, so not taking the Circuit Feeder. Next pack, I took the Secluded Starforge. Now, if I was in blue-green, I think the pick is Codecracker Hound. So again, that would have made my blue even better. Then I would have taken another Psionicist for my deck. Because I think this was probably just a goof grab. Honestly, Germinating Worm was probably just a better pick there. Next pick, we have Mechanizoa versus Relations. Relations make sense. I like the All-Fate Scroll pickup here. Blue-green typically wants to branch into another color. Tenderfoot over Operative is good. Another Diplomatic Relations, sure. Here, could take it Lost in Space, honestly, if I want interaction over Sammy's Curiosity. Then we still got one. And then let's just quickly go over. Here I opened a Terror Pact Intimidator, but if I was looking to be blue-green, very underwhelming pack, right? Like I probably just have to take a Germinating Worm or a Fungal Colossus, one of those two cards. Then we have a Harmonious Grove Strider, which is fine. Into Gene Pollinator. Yep, easy pickup there. Yeah, this pack really saved. Honestly, pack 3 saved the entire draft. We literally went 3 Gene Pollinators in a row, and that saved the draft. Like, I am not kidding. That was so important for putting this deck together. And then we could have taken a Specimen Freighter if we were blue-green, but obviously Biotech Specialist is fantastic. There's a Mouth of the Storm, but I splashed that, so it's not a big deal. So honestly, and then there's a late Mechanozoa. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like we could have drafted a blue-green deck, but Terrapact Intimidator and Biotech Specialist also won us a bunch of games. So unclear. I think it would have been kind of close. Like my blue-green deck might have been slightly better because I would have had a Codecracker Hound, and I never really got to make much use of the Secluded Starforge. But, you know, still pretty happy with where we ended up, and still happy with how we navigated our deck, built our deck, and drafted our deck. So, you know, this was a tough seat, especially early on, but we just like every pick, tried to stay flexible, try to figure out where we were, and ultimately landed in a pretty good spot. Good enough for one of our only undefeated runs in this format. So 7-0, Diamond. Let's make it 4 in a row in tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you enjoyed this content and wanted to support this channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel along with a bunch of other benefits. So check it out. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. You want some boxes? You want some singles for your constructed decks? TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. You need deck boxes, you need sleeves, you need playmats. Where do you go? heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.